big bed is called I don't know. I just stand in the bed. And
Tia Kemp and Chrisean recently got into a heated argument, in addition to publishing several recordings of Chrisean having sex with Diddy during their freak-offs. Even though TIA has been clinging to Major Tia about Diddy's freak-offs, for some time, no one anticipated that she would bring up Chrisean. Rick Ross, T.I.'s baby daddy, has already been told of his involvement. She isn't giving up on her though, and she has priorities. Since T.I. checked Crow and crippled her child, they had been at odds. You are all aware of Chrisean's anger when someone calls. Her foolishness was exposed. After T.I. clocked her, she attempted to console her, but Tia was uncooperative and returned immediately to drag her for dirt. It all began a few days ago when Crow was venting on the internet about Blueface's refusal to accept her comeback. Things had gotten so terrible that Chrisean left her son in the car and ran off to quarrel with Blue on the phone when Blue called her during a live Twitch event. Since the car was heated, the boy naturally began to scream, and he felt as though he was imprisoned within. But instead, she instructed one of the Twitch staff members present at her home to deal with him. And this poor man was perplexed since he didn't know how to respond to the circumstance. Her Twitch account was disabled after she received heavy criticism in her comments for effectively killing the youngster. Ty made the decision to intervene. Encourage Chrisean to stop making a fool of herself and concentrate on caring for her son.
I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna say this nice. Chrisean need to go sit down somewhere and she need to get this baby some help. She need to get herself some help. She need to stop engaging with all this internet and beef and all this shit back and forth with that boy lying and playing on y'all mind. Cause she ain't never played on mine. I don't pay her no attention. I already know she's in here. But it's making me mad that this baby can't run, get down and walk. And I'm looking at him right here. It's clear that things are wrong with him. So why she ain't taking this baby, I don't get this. But we don't know what she's doing behind closed doors. We don't. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't think she's doing that. I just don't think so. Cause she like to document everything. Man, she'd have been documented that. That shit don't make no sense. Get your ass off the internet whining about it. Trashing their house and go get your own. If you getting paid money from Snapchat and everywhere else, or whatever the cause I'll be damned if I keep running back to it's gonna keep throwing me the out. That get played out. Oh hell no. It become a time and a point where you gotta say them child should be first. You get what I'm saying? You only got one. Don't have no more, please.
Was angered by this and vented to TIA, as I mentioned. She made fun of her for her son's passing, claiming that rather than meddling in other people's private affairs, she ought to have dedicated more time to helping him leave the streets.
Auntie! And you nobody aunt, we don't know you. You're a funny ass lady, but we don't know you, bro. In real life, we don't know you, bro. You feel me? And even if you was my aunt, my nigga, call me like you really love me, bro. You don't know what's really going on for real, what's really going on for real. Like, I don't know what's really going on with your kid, bro. But you would want us to pray for him, right? When he got stabbed, I pass judgment. Oh, he outside. He banging. He this. He in the streets. Man, go get your son off the streets, man. Stab for it, bro. Yeah, I said it. Out of here. I be ignoring every time you try to speak up against me or about my kid. The last time you spoke up against me was like, yeah, show us something. Show him holding a bottle up or something. And then shortly after, your son just stabbed the fuck up. It doesn't feel good, does it? Like, come on, bro. Come on, man. If you got a kid, right? Okay. Don't stop passing judgment. I love you down. You funny. But come on now, stop speaking on me. For real. Stop speaking on me. Go back to clapping those sad.
TIA saw this, and without hesitation, she answered. Chrisean was reprimanded by her for believing she could silence her by using her kid. According to her, I said exactly what I meant to say. Furthermore, since we never requested to be in the group chat in the first place, Chrisean shouldn't come online and tell us about herself and Blue if she has any issues with it. She also reprimanded Kron for attempting to body shame her despite the fact that she doesn't appear to be very fit.
Tell me to stop talking about them thing I see in the media, okay? I done forgot I was on TikTok. Now I'm cussing you out. I don't give a if I see something on the blogs and I come across it and I see something and I want to say something, I'm gonna comment and I'm gonna say something. I don't give a damn who don't like it. When they see me in the blogs or in the media, they say what they want. You can't fight the world. You can't fight the world, baby. You can't. You cannot. You can't fight the whole world. All you can do is do better, man. That's all. Make the world a better goddamn place. If you don't want to be nothing to be said about you, don't bring it online. I'm saying just what every goddamn body else have said, but with a kind heart. All right? Like I said, get your off the internet and go home and be a mama. All that online, all that, yeah, about it. All this been going on since she been in jail, out of jail. Nobody want to hear that. If I gotta come on here with a bikini on or a thong, I'll show you this behind ain't saggy and bad body. I would show you. I don't like the body shame, but I believe you was an athlete or something like that back in your days and in your times. You could go run some of that burrito belly up off of you. Okay? Before you start talking about how I'm shaped and the saggy and old and all that, you better pray you get 48. Okay? Because I done been your age. You gotta get mine. Alright? But I'm gonna pray for you. I am. I'm gonna pray for you. Okay? I'm gonna pray for you, little girl. Now y'all leave her alone and stop tagging me with all of this unnecessary stuff. Because I said what I said and I ain't gonna change.
To make matters worse, Chrisean insulted Tia over the phone in the middle of the night. To inculcate respect for her elders, teach Crow to jump over them. She also pointed out that Crow was using these calls as a way to pass the time at night rather than caring for her baby, who truly needed her.
Needs her attention.
What's up? Who this? Who this playing on my phone? Who is this? That's that Chrisean playing on my phone. I'm finna cuss this little out. I don't get this. Y'all heard that? This got my number and she texted my phone. No, pick up the phone. Then she talking about buy blocked. No, don't block me now. I got my number from somebody and woke me up. This bitch text me, stop calling me. You call. Talking about I'm weird. Hold up. You call me.
As the situation worsened, well-known blogger Hot Tea Chocolate intervened and sent TIA a direct message claiming that the phone call was a hoax and that the audio was actually an old clip of Chrisean on Instagram Live. TI said, insisting that Chrisean had placed the call. Finally, Count shared screenshots of the text exchanges between TIA and Hot Tea Chocolate with the comment, "She's an old weirdo." "Hey TI," said Hot Tea Chocolate via text, "I don't think that's crotch calling you. Apparently you are still alive." Her earlier comment has been recorded several times. "She's being used as a trolling tool, if you will. She is the one." And TIA said, "It's her. Believe me." The call was not recorded. Her phone was buzzing with a text now number. "Listen up, I'm not lazy and I don't play those kinds of games. Be factual when you speak on my phone like that 304 did when it called me multiple times and woke me up. The 304 needs to organize her, as I mentioned. I no longer feel sorry for her. F everyone. Tell her to have a child like I mentioned." Furthermore, Tia was being honest when she stated that she no longer felt sorry for anyone because there have been rumors that Young Miami fed Count Diddy ever since she started informing folks behind the scenes. In addition, they both experienced freakouts with Diddy. Because of what Chrisean said a few months ago, some people believe TIA got this tea from her. They believe Chrisean was able to serve Diddy through Young Miami. Before Diddy was implicated, Chrisean said she had no idea why Miami had gotten so close to Chrisean and began taking her out on a regular basis. She began to piece things together at that point and came to the conclusion that Miami was attempting to turn Chrisean into one of Diddy's freak-off girls.
That's what Diddy and what's the girl Chrisean was trying to recruit Rock. Remember that when they were heavily trying to get Rock to hang out with them? I think they was trying to recruit her. She got a lot going on. We're gonna talk about it on this podcast. We're gonna get to the nitty gritty of all the gritty of the nitty. Because it's necessary. I think them was trying to recruit her. Because remember they just had her pulling up to everything. Yeah, remember? See what I'm saying? We don't, this podcast gonna be, because y'all know the mama know everything and everybody's business. So we gonna find out on this podcast. We ain't gonna talk no shit about nobody. We ain't gonna mock nobody, but we definitely gonna explore the possibilities that was going on. Because they kept calling her, remember, pull up to the birthday party. Come over here and dance on Chrisean. Remember that? I feel like they was trying to recruit that baby to be in on this. That makes you see what I'm saying? That's why I gotta have a podcast, because I gotta get the table. Can't nobody get it on the table but my nosy. Okay? Tasha K ain't she over there making up. I know we gonna get to the bottom of it on this podcast. Tell me if I'm lying. Go on over there and tell me if I'm lying. I'm telling you, they was trying to recruit that baby. They said, let's get her away from him. That's what they was doing. We gonna put a couple pounds of that on her and have her fly. They ain't gonna never suspect her.
That's why he grabbed him. He said,
all she needs is love. Now, how about that? We gonna explore.
People looked into the matter on their own and discovered receipts for the goods Chrisean was referring to, despite their initial belief that she was merely attempting to use her influence to dismiss the problem. A video of Sean reputedly leaning over and kissing her face at one of Diddy's parties was discovered by someone. Chrisean tried to leave her with ease because she was so disoriented and uneasy, but he was holding on to her. Chrisean was saying the same thing in another video from January of this year. As if this wasn't strange enough, the history of the era Diddy defeated Baddies' chief producer, Lemuel Plummer. She claimed that Lemuel and she were invited by Diddy to his private chamber, which was located behind his own home. This house seems to have been the scene of some intimate incidents that others believe are his freakouts. Phones were prohibited, and Lemuel was not permitted to bring his security guard. Count claimed that as soon as she and Lemuel entered and Diddy noticed her, he grabbed her. Because she was paid less for supporting the bad guys, he grabbed him by the collar. When I first heard this, I was completely perplexed because I couldn't comprehend how her receiving a low salary from Lemuel was related to Diddy. However, a lot of people think that Diddy was actually using this as a strategy to make Count feel safe in his care, especially when he was attempting to persuade Crown to accompany him. Cam went on to say that they began to run into issues even though Lemuel began paying her generously after that day.
We'll never forget that motherfucking day, bro. So I set a price. I said 200,000. You said 100. I said 150. I'm not going underneath that. Cause what? I'm about to bring a lot to the table. That little party I went to, Diddy party. We went to the little private area behind the cause he had a house behind his house. Like he had a house, his backyard with a fat bed. And then it had like a miniature little whatever. And then me and Lemmy go upstairs. They tell him that he can't bring his security. He went in like a little with no security, so it's just me and Lemmy. We go up in there. Hold on. We go up in there. We go upstairs. He like, what's up, Diddy? You met Chrisean. You gave her kisses on the cheek. Early on in the party or whatever. We just wanted to follow up. I'm glad that you Sean. And then he grabbed Lemmy by his neck. It was like, but do you with her? Like, don't play with her. All she needs is love. Don't play with her. Don't play with her. And I didn't understand that till
now. It's hard to say for sure whether Diddy had any influence on Crown. However, if the reports are accurate, T.I. will undoubtedly believe them. This also clarifies why T.I. mentioned Chrisean when criticizing her for defying her elders. Good luck. Young one, unreserved voices have also been heard. But truth always hurts, someone said. A hit dog will constantly holler. You must listen to what she has to say. The internet made her feel so much more comfortable at that point that she is unable to distinguish between someone who is attempting to be humorous and someone who is offering sound counsel. I think Hound Rock definitely freaked off, but I also think that they didn't recruit her because her mouth is too big, someone else wrote. Now though, I'd want to hear your thoughts. How do you feel about the claims that Diddy recruited Crone? Do you believe T.I. was correct to make fun of Chrisean by bringing this up? Kindly share your opinions in the space provided for comments below. Remember to click here to view this additional filthy movie, Interview 1435-1551.